Welcome back, everybody. We are here on another week of the Stone and Crane Show with more or less banter slash, I don't know, tangent.
Stuff.
Other words that aren't really in my vocabulary. Just talking about random stuff. I got a cat here that wants attention. Get out of here.
Oh, man.
So, as always, we're going to be talking about some shows, I would assume. Shows and movies that we've watched over the past couple months that we haven't really been able to talk out. Maybe get into some other random stuff.
Yeah.
Have you started watching The Rings of Power at all?
No.
No?
No, been doing Blood of the Dragon or whatever. The House of the Dragon. There you go.
Oh, okay.
Game of Thrones.
Game of Thrones. There you go. Pretty cool.
Yeah, the House of the Dragon. Yeah,
We can talk about that. Have you watched the 3 episodes?
No, only the first two.
Only the first 2. I haven't watched the third one yet.
Yeah, we haven't watched the third one yet.
Okay. Do my best.
Yeah, watch that, dude.
What do you think of that so far?
Yeah, I like it. It is what it is. I don't know. I think that it's too early to tell.
Right.
I feel like the acting is good so far. I'm not mad about that. I'm okay with him doing the prequel about another book. I feel like I wish they would have picked other characters. I know that there's a bunch more works. There's like 8 other works in the works, right? There's 8 other projects in the works.
Yeah, I heard of a Jon Snow one. I think it has one of the bigger attractions.
Yeah, there's
fan wise, anyways. I feel like it has one of the bigger attractions, which that would be cool.
I can't remember them all now, but there's a bunch of his short stories that he's done, and then there's a couple of some of the other characters that you see. There's one for the sea snake, that Corlys, the one of the Valerian guys. It's one of his stories is supposed to be adaptation into a series. There's supposed to be some about like one of the other cities. There's supposed to be some other stuff being made, so we'll see. Yeah. I'm more interested in those, me as a fan, than I am in this series, because like I know what happens. I already know what happens, right? Sure. And it's like I know what happens in those other series for a little bit, but those lores are much more not known about, to the not hardcore fans. And like I haven't read the books, but I've watched tons of YouTube videos on the lore and people reading through the book stuff, and
right.
So like I would much rather see some of that other cool stuff about the universe, because I feel like Martin's created such an interesting world, and Game of Thrones was a good show. Those first 5 seasons were fantastic, and the world that they built was great. I think that if you could MCU it and make it as good as like what the MCU did and like what they were able to do with like that world. Yeah. If you were able to do it and somehow make it successful, I think you'd have to release one back to back to back to back. Like every series would have to come out within the next couple of years. I think otherwise it'd take too long.
Yeah.
I feel like the time that you'd have to like every season would have to be like one season here, one season here, one season here, one season here. Like you'd have to constantly keep them on rotation. Otherwise, I feel like people would they might get oversaturated with it, but I think it's a risk versus series.
I feel like that's definitely what's happening with the MCU, but
yeah, because I feel like the MCU's just been going on for what is it? When did the incredible Iron Man?
Whatever. I would only really say it's gotten, but even then it wasn't coming out that often. It really has gotten into its rhythm where it's coming out with a ton of content for only like the past like 3 years. I was 3 or 4 years, right? Where it's like you're getting 3 or 4 movies out along with a couple TV series,
Yeah.
That's kind of that's what it's been, at least for the past 2, maybe 3 years.
And I
So,
haven't watched anything Marvel's put out in years. The last thing I watched was that latest Spider-Man movie, and it took me a year to watch that.
mm-hmm.
I haven't
Yep.
watched the new Doctor Strange. I haven't watched any of the TV shows that they put on Disney. I didn't watch any of it because I was just kind of
Right.
after Endgame and like Infinity War. I was kind of like,
Yeah. I feel like I kind of realized that I'm watching. So She-Hulk's the latest thing that's been coming out.
is it good?
I hate it. But I'm still watching it, and I'll watch it through just because of the references and like the world. Like you want to stay up to date on the world and stuff. No, it's fucking
Yeah.
awful, dude.
Yeah.
It is what it is.
Is it just the
I feel
acting?
like no. I don't know if it's made
Story
for
or
your. I don't. I think it's kind of different. I think it's made for maybe a bit of a different audience than myself. So
Sure.
it's hard to pinpoint.
Yeah. See
Yeah.
that.
It's I don't know. I'm not a fan though. It's got Wong in it though, so that's awesome. that's
That works. It's great.
yeah, no. It's really the only saving grace right now. That and getting the tidbits, it's cool. We're gonna watch. So today is actually obviously this video will come out today. Today is Disney Plus Day or whatever they call it. It's their year anniversary, I think, year or 2 year
Is it?
anniversary. So they got a bunch of stuff. Thor: Love and Thunder came out.
Okay.
Pinocchio came out. There's some like little TV shows. I don't know, like a Cars TV show came out, and there's a bunch of other stuff too that I'm just not thinking about. I could pull up Disney Plus, see if I see anything. But yeah, so me and Skylar plan on watching that stuff. Go away.
Yeah. Yeah, it's good. I mean, maybe they put out content, and I mean that's what I'm sort of like the Thrones. Like with that, do you just blitz it as much as you can because I feel like
Andor,
yeah.
Star Wars Andor. That should be
Yeah,
good
that's
actually.
one too, yeah.
I've heard some good stuff.
That's a problem. You know what happens?
Yeah, well, you can say that with anything though. I mean, yes, I do agree that. Sorry, I'm trying to look at all the shit.
I mean, because like don't get me wrong. I mean, Rogue One's probably my favorite Star Wars movie.
Yep.
And I mean, I knew what happened, but I felt like the way they did the story was just so great. So, but yeah, we'll see. I mean, I don't know. I'd probably watch Andor. I haven't even watched the Obi-Wan yet, the Kenobi show. So
Kenobi.
yeah, I haven't even watched that yet. We've been rewatching Brooklyn Nine-Nine, so that's like where all of our time goes. It's either like a cooking show or Brooklyn Nine-Nine is like where our together TV will goes.
Yeah.
And then my solo TV goes into like watching weird, bad movies.
Dude. Yeah, I agree. I watched Samaritan. That's it. Sylvester Stallone superhero.
Oh yeah, how is that?
Terrible.
Terrible?
It's. I mean, there's some fun stuff about it, but you see, there's a couple things. It's just I don't know. It's weird. It's just weird.
Yeah,
It's just another Stallone movie, really.
another Stallone movie.
Yeah.
I'll probably watch it. I like Stallone.
I would. Yeah, I mean, I'm not gonna recommend it or anything like that, but if you like Stallone, I'd watch it.
Yeah, I try to watch some of his movies.
There's
man.
stuff. There's definitely things in there you can enjoy. There's some cool aspects about it. I'm trying to it's hard to sell a movie without giving it away, right?
Yeah.
So. I also don't want to undermine it.
Yeah, right.
But I think it's a cool concept movie, but I don't think it was executed to its
full potential.
There we go. I think that's a good way of.
So that's what somebody said in one of
That's
the
most of
reviews.
Stallone's movies, though.
Yeah, somebody just said that in the review. They're like, it's a good movie, just didn't execute its full potential.
Oh yeah, that's that review. That's the review. I actually, whatever username that says, that's actually mine. So,
Is that yours?
yeah.
Uh, I love the Bears. Uh,
Yep, that's me.
yeah.
Uh,
Yeah. I mean, people. Yeah, I don't know. What's it on?
yeah, Prime.
Prime. Okay. Yeah, I'll probably. I mean, we'll give it a shot. I usually try to like if I'm up early with a dog or something like that, I'll put on one of those weird movies and try to watch
Yeah,
them. I've been watching a lot of movies on Tubi. You heard of that app before?
Tubi.
Yeah, Tubi. Dude, it's got a bunch
Tubi.
of crazy. Yeah, it's got a bunch of crazy movies and TV shows on it, but it's just got ads.
Okay.
You know, so you just watch it with ads, so it's you don't pay for it. It's a free TV app, um, but it's got a bunch of like random shit, man, that like other stuff doesn't have. So it's like I've been rewatching some like old '90s movies. Like I went back and rewatched all the Mad Maxes, and like did that. It was like because they're just on there. It's like okay, that and the ads aren't even bad. It's not like 3 minutes of ad. Like every time there's an ad up, it's like maybe you get one that's like 15 seconds or like 30 seconds, and then you go right back into the movie.
Cool.
So like for a free app, it's actually pretty. It's a pretty decent one. So I've been watching like some older, kind of going back and forth. Like I'll watch a new movie and then I'll go back and watch a couple old movies that I haven't seen in a really long time. But you are you watching Rings of Power?
Yeah,
Yeah. How many episodes is that? Out two.
two. Just the
Two.
two with another episode coming out tomorrow.
Yeah. What do you think of that so far?
Not as good as I wanted it to be.
Yeah, I've heard mixed reviews, and I'm trying to stay away from
Yep.
the
There's
the
nothing
purpose
like
bad
nothing
one.
nothing crazy has happened, I would say, I guess.
Yeah.
Nothing that would like, if it got spoiled, it would be like, "Oh, darn."
Well, that's another.
Cuz
I'm not really that invested in it. Like, when we and Rebecca talked about watching it and stuff like that, I like the world Tolkien built, and like I liked Lord of the Rings. The Hobbit's good, but the original like animated movie was better than the trilogy that was put out. I didn't like the trilogy, the modern one that was put out. I thought it was too long and they added weird shit. And it was fine. It was beautiful. It was a well made movie.
yeah.
It didn't suck by those means. I just didn't. I liked the other one more. Um, and then Lord of the Rings are great. They're just slow. They're just slow burning.
Yeah.
There's
That's
not a
kind of
lot
what
going
it's.
on. Yeah,
Mhm.
Tolkien's very dialogue forward, and it's just not. And even that, you think Game of Thrones is slow, right? Like Tolkien writes slower. Like his shit is just very, very descriptive and stuff. So I imagine that if you're going to do a show, the show's gonna be similar. I haven't seen the show yet, but I assume that the show's gonna be similar to what the movies were. The movies were slow. You really have to like be invested in a Lord of the Rings movie if you're gonna
Yeah.
watch it. It's a lot going on. So, but I mean, I'm interested. I just my only gripe is I want dwarves with beards, man.
Dwarves.
Yeah, I want chick dwarves with beards. That's my only gripe. They gotta have beards.
Mhm. Trying to look at see what else. It's hard when you don't constantly talk about what you've watched. You forget what you've watched, what you've
I wrote
already
a lot
talked
of that.
about, and stuff like that. Cause I don't
Uh,
know. You ever watch? I don't know. I don't want to talk about that. Skylar's watching Shameless right now. You ever watch that?
nope, didn't watch Shameless.
Yeah,
No, never got down to that one.
that's a weird one.
Nope. Did you watch Prey, right?
Yeah, yeah. We talked. I think we texted each other about that.
Yeah,
That was
that's right.
pretty cool.
Yeah, I liked Prey a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah. Was
Um.
I know that.
I saw some people complaining about it, and people will nitpick a movie till there's nothing left of it, right?
Yes. Oh, for sure.
So the gun that she hands the chief at the end of the movie,
Uh-huh.
is the same gun that the Predator hands. What's his name at the end of hands him a gun that says like
Yeah, Danny Glover's character, Predator
yeah
2. Yeah.
1714, and people are like, he's not supposed to have it. The Predator's supposed to have it. It's like, dude, there's like 300 years in between the movies.
This
You
was like
know,
this was late 1700s versus
yeah, 300.
1980s.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. 300 plus
1990 or
years.
whatever it was. One of the
There's
Predators.
so much that could happen in between there, and maybe we'll get it, maybe we won't. But somehow it'd be like, I'm sure another Predator
It was set in
seeks his
17.
revenge somehow, or maybe, or something. So
So okay, here, dude. Yeah, because I seen that shit, dude, and I was like, hold on, dude, you can't. There's just so much. So the Predator 2 came out in 1990, so it's set in 1990,
Yep.
and then the Prey is set in 1717.
Yep.
So like, or 1719.
Whatever.
So you're talking
Regardless, yeah,
200 fucking years, right? 300 years.
Yeah, just about 300 years.
About 300 fucking years, right? So you're pretty fucking close to 300 years. How many different times could that gun transfer power if it's a symbol of respect for that culture, right? Like if she has that gun, she has it, those to the chief or whatever. Now that's probably going to become hers if they ever made a sequel for it or whatever they do with it. But like that gun could be, a Predator comes and gets it. They know that area or whatever. They could do a bunch with that plot line of that gun. It doesn't matter. Like to me, it was more of a nod to the original Predator, right? Like versus anything of whatever they want to do with the fucking gun. Like, don't you want to have like some type of callback to the original, the only other two good ones? Like, I mean, okay, that's not true because Predators was really good. Adrian Brody Predators was fucking fantastic, but it didn't have the same concept.
That's ones with the criminals, right?
Yeah, that's where they all get dropped on the island and shit. Yeah, and they all have to fight like the mega predators and shit. And that one was really good. I really enjoyed that because it had that concept. And AVPs were okay. They were just kind of like concept.
They were more of a fan service.
Yeah, more fan service, and they were fine. The second one was but the first one I liked. But that other Predator that came out a couple years ago was horrible. Like they lost the complete concept of what I thought that character should have been.
Trying to think of it.
And they like CGI'd him to this giant freaking genetic predator, and it was weird, and it was dumb, dude. It wasn't very good, and it was a disappointment because the guy who made it and directed it was in the first Predator movie. So, and he's made some other good movies, Shane Black. So you're like, oh man, he's actually gonna nail it now. But this one I enjoyed, man. I know I remember we texting
2018
about it.
one.
Yeah, 2018. I remember texting about like I was
don't know if
happy
I've watched
with like
this
the
one.
way they made it back with like a person hunting the predator, but the predator hunting them concept was great. So trying to think.
Is there just the one predator in that one, or is that the one with like multiple predators?
Which one?
The 2018 one.
I think it's just got the one.
Okay.
Yeah, it's just like the genetic one. I don't even remember it was so bad, dude. I think it's just called Predator.
Yeah, no, I found it. The Predator is what it's called, I guess.
Yeah, the Predator, right? Yeah, the Predator. Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't really remember it all that well. I just remember not thinking it was.
I can't even think of it, man. I'm looking at the wiki page and maybe I look it up on YouTube. Watch a quick clip. Yeah. I'll get back to you.
This is weird, man. Like it wasn't very. I don't know.
But it's weird that I feel like I should have seen it. Just because. Regardless of it being bad or good, fuck, I've watched so many bad movies.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, it wasn't horrible. They just didn't. I don't know, man. I felt like the choice of making it. It was more of like a sci-fi action movie than I felt like it was the original ones that were like more sci-fi horror, So.
Yeah, I don't know if I've seen this one or not.
Nah, you need to watch it just to get a grip of like what I'm talking about. But it's kind of one of those things.
Yeah.
Not anything. Ooh, baby. What other movies have I watched? They're on my phone. I didn't put them on my computer. Have you ever seen the movie The Gentleman with Matthew McConaughey?
Oh, I think so.
The Guy Ritchie
Is that when
film.
he's trying to get out of the?
Yeah, out of the
Yeah, I
dope
love
game.
that movie.
Yeah, we
Yeah,
finally
yeah, yeah.
watched it. Yeah, we
Yeah, I've
finally
seen it.
watched it the other day with him and Colin Farrell and Charlie Hunnam.
Yeah, I love that movie.
Yeah, dude, that fucking movie. So you know how we're always
That
talking
was
shit
one of
about
those
like,
movies where I just saw it. I was like, Matthew McConaughey. I'll watch this shit. And
Yeah.
then you come up and you think he dies. And for whatever reason, I didn't even think about him not actually dying. So I thought he was dead. I was like, well, this kind of blows at first because now we're not gonna get him. And then like backtracks. So I was like, oh, I know the
Yeah.
end already. Obviously, whatever happens,
Yeah.
happened. Dude, that ended up being like a banger of a movie. And
Yeah,
those
so
are the
good,
best.
dude.
Is when you go into a movie not expecting anything, and then you get that.
I fucking love
Which is
Guy
probably
Ritchie.
why I'm
dude.
praising it more than it should be, but still, it's.
Well, dude, no. So you know how my list of fucking movies that I've watched and how I sent it to you a while back, how nothing breaks eights. I have like 1 9. I think that was the Batman, and
Yeah, I
then
remember.
everything else is I that got a 10.
Really? That's
I
up there
put
with
fucking-
Shawshank or Shawshank
Dude,
still.
yeah, that's fucking Shawshank level good. That's Snatch level good, dude. Like that's one of those movies that's like I could watch a million times and just be satisfied every time I watch it.
Right.
Because that's how I feel about Shawshank. That's how I feel about Snatch. Snatch, another Guy Ritchie movie, man. Like Snatch is one of my favorite films of all time. I could watch the movie every day and not be bored of it because it's so well made. And that's how I feel about this movie, The Gentleman. I just really.
Oh, you know what? Okay, I lied. I thought it was actually a different movie that I thought was a Matthew McConaughey movie that I watched. So I saw a clip of Charlie Hunnam, when he runs those guys down to get the whatever back on Facebook. I'm like, I kind of want to watch that movie, and that's how I ended up watching it and not realizing it was good. I watched it because I saw Charlie in it. Ended up getting Matthew McConaughey and all these other Colin Farrell, man.
Yeah, Hugh Grant too, man. Hugh Grant was great, absolutely great in that. That was like there wasn't really anybody bad in it at all, but it was fucking great, man. Yeah, I enjoyed the shit out of it, dude. It was really good. Fucking funny too, man. Like
I know
that same humor that was like the Snatch from back when Snatch came out. It's just that freaking great British humor that he's able to do and write. I was because like we were watching it, I was just like, where does he come up with this shit? I just don't get it, man. Because have you seen Snatch?
I don't know.
If you haven't, dude, I could not recommend a movie more than that movie.
Yeah, I've seen Snatch.
Okay, yeah. It's old Brad Pitt.
Brad Pitt, yeah. Yep.
Plays the pikey.
Young Brad Pitt. Not old.
Young Brad Pitt. You look like a box star. Young Brad Pitt.
22 years ago, Brad Pitt.
22 years, all of them, dude. Freaking Jason Statham, too.
Yeah. I see that.
Yeah, the other movies he made too, Rock and Roll. I don't know if you've ever seen that one. That's fucking really good too. Fucking Gerard Butler, Tom Hardy, dude. That Tawny Newton, freaking Idris Elba's in it. Toby Cabell, freaking Mark Strong, dude. List just goes on. That movie's insanely good.
That's. I don't like that. So you click on Guy Ritchie's Wikipedia, and this is the very first paragraph that's supposed to be like the highlight of whatever, and it says his work includes British gangster films and the Sherlock Holmes films starring Robert Downey Jr.
Oh, that's dumb.
Right? That's like, oh, he's only cool because he did the Sherlock Holmes with Robert Downey Jr. That's what it makes it seem like. Which I wouldn't even Fuck, I can think of. You just named 2 movies that are way better than, well,
Oh, I can think.
maybe the
Yeah,
first Sherlock Holmes, but way better than the second Sherlock
oh,
Holmes.
I don't know, dude, because like I try to think like.
Revolver. King
So you
Arthur,
got
Legend of the Sword. Fuck, you
trying to
did the
think.
live action adaptation of Disney's Aladdin, which is I like that
Yeah.
better. Sherlock Holmes.
So okay, so Sherlock Holmes 2 is okay. It's not my favorite, but he did this movie called Swept Away. He did it with Madonna because he's married to Madonna for a while there back in the day. That movie's garbage. We don't acknowledge that movie, Sky Ritchie fans. He never made that movie. He did it because he had
He
to
needed
satisfy.
money. We'll just say that for whatever
Yeah.
reason.
So he's almost like a lot of these characters that are in his movies are in almost all of his movies.
Right.
He does like Jason Statham, what, 1, 2, 3, 4 times I think he has Statham in his movies. So but all of them are great, dude. Because like Wrath of Man's fucking fantastic. King Arthur is one of I will always say it's one of the most underrated fucking adaptations of that story I've ever seen.
Yeah, I enjoy that one.
Yeah, Charlie Hunnam is fucking amazing in that movie. I love him, dude. I love that movie a ton.
Yeah.
Love the fantasy aspect of that movie. Takes a whole new concept in it, and it's got that Guy Ritchie flair. It's great. Didn't watch Aladdin because I don't watch live action Disney movies.
Mm-hmm. I enjoyed it.
Yeah, I've heard good things.
I wouldn't watch it now. It's got Will Smith in it, so.
Oh yeah, you watch it.
I don't know why, dude. I still have that mental block. It's so stupid, dude. I don't understand it. Like as soon as I'm scrolling through movies, and I'll scroll to a Will Smith movie, which he has plenty of great fucking movies out there. I'll see. Fucking Will Smith. I don't want to watch it. I don't know why.
I just watched iRobot.
It's not even like that crazy. Like.
And Men in Black not that long ago.
Yeah, Skylar watched Men in Black the other day. She turned it on while I was downstairs with her. I was like, I can't watch this. I literally walked upstairs. I was like,
oh, dude,
I ain't watching
so
this with
good,
you.
Dude. Anyway,
I know it's good, man.
You gotta let it go.
I think it was one of those things where like I idolized Will Smith for a bit in my early childhood. So now and after something.
But you
like
wouldn't
that,
smack somebody who was talking shit to Skylar, dude?
Yeah, I would.
Right, so it's okay,
I don't,
dude.
dude
He lost.
Dude, I'm telling you, it's just unexplainable.
He's probably a little fucking tipsy, maybe a little bit of this. You never know, man. He's fucking juiced up. He's ready to go. He's mad.
I can't explain it, dude. I don't. It's a terrible take, but I can't explain it.
Yeah, whatever, dude. I'm not happy with the guy, but I'll still watch the movie. I still listen to Michael Jackson records, bro. Shit, dude.
Yeah, no, I know.
Still watch O.J. Simpson highlights, dude.
Yeah.
Rock and Roll is great. I like the first Sherlock Holmes, dude. That movie's fucking fantastic, dude. I enjoyed. I just watched the second one the other day.
Yeah, I agree.
Revolver
I just don't think you describe Guy Ritchie's career as Sherlock Holmes franchise.
No, I would say that he makes great gangster films. It's all it would be. It's just he makes, because even Sherlock Holmes, it's more cop film, right? But detective film. But he makes that type of everything he does.
Makes it work though.
Yeah,
well,
it's just great, dude. All of his movies are great, dude. Except for Swept Away.
There's always gotta be one you gotta sweep under the bus, right?
Yeah, well, you gotta have one bad one here and there, man. He was wanting to do something else too. I can't remember, some other weird style. Because after he did Aladdin, he talked about doing something else crazy, and I can't remember what it was. So, yeah. But anyway, fuck yeah, dude. I should get a win, man. Gentleman was great, but I like Wrath of Man that just came out right around the same time. So. What, last year? Yeah, last year Wrath of Man came out. I enjoyed the shit out of that.
Yeah. Did you ever get around to watching Love and Monsters?
No, I have not watched that yet.
Fuck, man.
Love and Monsters.
Yeah,
Nope, I haven't watched what have I been watching? Well, I've been watching. A lot of my time's been spent on beer. I watch a lot of brewing beer because I bought a beer kit to brew beer. A lot of my times you've been watching fucking.
Oh no. One of those guys, huh?
Yeah, I'm a beer dude. I have a beer.
Uh,
I'd have a beer. Yeah. Yeah, dude. I want to do it, man. I've been talking about doing it for a long time, so fuck it.
oh, watched Night Shift.
Oh, how was that?
Meh. It's striking out, man. I've been feel. As I said, we're watching Love, Thor: Love and Thunder. I have a feeling this movie's gonna strike out with me too. We'll find out though. I'm open for a good time.
Yeah, whatever, dude.
I get to see Chris Hemsworth just about entirely naked, so I'm happy.
Oh, that's nice.
You see one of those clips in the in the previews. For whatever fucking reason, he's just butt ass naked.
Oh, well, he's gotta. That's why the people go see it, man.
Yeah, man. Fuck. Morbius is on Netflix now. I don't know if you've seen
Have you
that.
seen that?
Yeah, I watched it. My friend bought it, and I watched. He borrowed his CD.
Did you like that or?
Dude, if that movie came out at the same time the first Iron Man came out, it would have been amazing.
Oh.
That's how I feel about it.
Oh, man, this movie was really good if it was made 15
20 years ago. Maybe not that long ago, but
Right.
I don't know. Like, yeah, it feels like it just kind of followed those kind of concepts. So maybe it'd be. I mean, the animation was fine. That's not what I'm getting at. I don't know. Okay, so what I mean by it is if there wasn't a ton of other superhero films out, I feel like it'd be really good.
Was it like how Ghost Rider, like kind of like that level of superhero film? Because Ghost Rider's not bad.
Better
It's
than
just
the
not good.
second one,
Better than the second one.
which doesn't take
Much.
I don't know.
Let's talk about Ghost Rider because Ghost Rider it's not the worst.
And even the first one wasn't
okay.
super great, but
I want like I'm not gonna be like
that's another person. If
not
Nicolas
Daredevil
Cage went and did something really dirty, I'd be heartbroken.
Oh, dude,
it's another guy.
I don't look into Nicolas Cage's life because I know how much of a whack job that fucking guy is, and I don't want to ruin it. I literally, me, Rebecca, Nick, Rich, and Becky all stood next to that motherfucker's pyramid tomb in fucking New Orleans. So that dude's got a pyramid tomb in New Orleans, man. That fucking he's out there, man. He's into some crazy shit, and I don't want to know any more about the guy than the crazy.
I still love his. I still love that Friday Nights at Freddy fucking movie.
Oh God, dude.
I think that cracks my top 5 Nicolas Cage movies.
I have 2 of them saved on my Tubi account. Mindy, have you seen that?
Yeah, no, there's still a bunch of Nicolas Cage movies I haven't seen, which is fine. There's too many to fucking watch.
Because he was putting out films left and fucking right recently.
Yeah.
I think one of them is like Mindy, and the other one is I have a Kill Chain.
I did see that on. I think it's on Amazon Prime.
Prime, yeah.
I haven't seen it. I just seen that it was on there.
Okay, yeah. I think that's the other one. I was like, I'm gonna fucking start watching Nick Cage movies, man.
Yeah. No, Nick Cage. Yeah. I mean, the dude's married 5 fucking people. He's.
And then I want to see Color of Space really, really bad.
Color of Space.
Yeah, it's essentially like a H.P. Lovecraft story, and I'm a big fan of H.P. Lovecraft shit, so.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, it's kind of Him and Bruce Willis kind of have the same thing going on. Just everything's direct to video.
Yeah, 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 dude.
Yeah, Willy's Wonderland. Fucking love that movie.
God, it's so good, dude. It was so fucking good, man.
Okay, Color Out of Space, he said.
Yeah, Color Out
Whoa,
of Space.
that's quite the poster.
Mm.
Elijah Wood produced it. Budget 6 to 12. Box office 1. Tragic.
Yeah, because it didn't even release. 'Cause I remember when
Basically,
it came out.
6 to 12. And this was 2020, right, or 2019. That's like basically just throwing money at something. It's basically not a budget. It's like
Yeah, it's
a
just
bare minimum everywhere you can do.
Yeah, it's just to see if it hits.
And
Because
it does.
I remember when it released. Because like I said, I'm like Lovecraft shit. I remember when it was being made. And I know Nicolas Cage did it. A lot of theaters wouldn't even play it. Like they were trying to get
That's
it out
weird.
for places.
Yeah, I was about to say their critical responses are pretty good actually. 86% in Rotten Tomato,
Mm-hmm.
with average rating of 6.8 out of 10, which is not bad at all.
Yeah.
70 out of 100 in metric, whatever. You know it. It's got good reviews.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I would give it a.
Yeah, it's one of the ones I
It
want to
won
see.
the HP Lovecraft Film Festival 2019.
Yeah.
Fuck. Do you know what that's? Is it on anything? Color Out of Space.
The Roku has that, and
Color Out
that's the only one that's Sling
Space. Yeah, and premium subscriptions. It's on those.
Yeah.
80%, 6.1 IMDb. Yeah, I'll have to watch it at some point. I don't know when I'm gonna watch it because I'm not gonna pay for it.
Yeah.
How much is it on Vudu to buy? It's $3 to rent. 14 to buy. Good old Nicky Cage.
It'll come out on something eventually. It's a Nick Cage movie.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, he's got so much stuff, dude. We'll fucking see what happens.
Dude, you could have a literal library of movies of just Nicolas Cage movies.
Yeah. And he's still nowhere near Danny Trejo.
Well, dude, Danny Trejo is recording 3 movies a day for a whole year at one point. I want to see how many. I wonder if it's got if they have a number.
Number what?
An amount of Danny Trejo movies have been made.
It's like 300 something, I think. If you go to his IMDb page, it'll tell you.
Mm-hmm. Oh my god.
427, dude.
420.
Look at how many of them are in post and pre-production, dude, and completed, and on his IMDb page.
Yeah, TBA, there's a lot.
Holy shit, dude. That motherfucker just films, dude. He's old as fuck, too. He's out there fucking killing it, man. Danny fucking Trejo. Fucking 78 years old out there making fucking goddamn 20 movies a year. And running successful taco joints.
He's been in a lot of video games too. That's awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Trejo's a fucking legend.
Yeah, he's a real legend, dude.
Machete! Would you say that's his Most known role. Probably his most known role, right?
Machete?
Machete.
Yeah. Yeah, I would say so. I mean, like he was in a lot of shit, right? He's been in a lot of Rodriguez films. So I mean, like you could essentially he's been in every Robert Rodriguez film. So I mean, you go from like Desperado to fucking From Dusk Till Dawn. Those are some pretty iconic characters and shit. So he was in Con Air too,
I
man.
want to see him in Baywatch.
Oh, what? Did you know him and Nick Cage, dude? They're Con Air together. So there's a good duo, dude.
That would be.
We have to YouTube it, dude. You Danny Trejo and Baywatch.
Well, I want to see it. I want to see his little clip that he's in. That's another thing, though. He's a lot of his stuff is just clipped. Danny. What?
Yeah, dude. All I can find is a screen grab right now. It's great, dude.
Danny Trejo, Baywatch. It's only a minute.
Fuck yeah, Danny Trejo, dude.
There he is.
And Baywatch.
Good old biker jacket.
Yeah, dude, just keep fucking leather jacket on, man.
Like
Fucking 90s.
nobody dare wear a long sleeve shirt, and then he's just got a biker jacket on.
Sweet biker jacket.
Just a biker jacket. You ain't got nothing underneath it. It's good old leather just skin, man. Drives off with a motorcycle. Fuck. Oh man.
Oh man.
Those guys are just. I mean, talk about living legends.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I think that's why I was so happy with the Unbearable Weight of Massive Talent movie that he did too, like with Nicolas Cage. Like how man, I really enjoyed that fucking movie so much, and I just thought it was just really good. I thought he was amazing in it. So like, and it was nice to see him get some credit,
right?
You know, because I think people have just always kind of laughed at him because of kind of the movies he's made. And
yeah,
I mean, I think if you go back and you look at it, yeah, he's made some fucking funky movies, you know, but like he's also made some decent ones in and out of there and shit. And it's just, man, there's a lot of years there where he's putting out like 4 movies a year. 3 movies a year, and it's just they're like what the fuck is this?
Yeah,
so,
and they're like full, they're he's feature rolled, so it's not like Trejo where he's he's got a 5-minute clip. He just needs to be on set a day, for the one day, if that,
because he had to be one of the hottest actors at one time, because he's making movies every
during his National Treasure run.
Yeah, well, you have him from because I remember even growing up, he was fucking big, dude. Like when I was a kid, because you had fucking it was like Leaving Las Vegas, The Rock, Con Air, Face Off, City of Angels, Snake Eyes, 8mm. All those movies were fucking massive when I was a kid, and Bring Out the Dead's big, Gone in 60 Seconds, that's when Gone in 60 Seconds was when he hit that whole other fucking peak of fame, and right after that's when he all that other shit that happened, the National Treasure, fucking Lord of War and stuff. But then right after that it was and he was steadily doing this for years, and then it just completely he super mountain peaked and came down. And then he just kind of stayed just making fucking movies.
He'd pop up every once in a while, but
Bruce Willis, man.
I would take Nicolas Cage's career over Bruce Willis's.
I would. I mean, I think Bruce Willis has been in some good fucking movies. I mean, Die Hard's probably one of my favorite movies of all time, and Pulp Fiction and stuff's great. But he's been in a lot. Looper I like a lot, but I don't know, man. Just I feel like the movies he's done later in his life have not been. Cage has gone the other way, right? Cage has been making decent films from what I've watched of him recently.
Yeah, his B-rated or whatever B-rated movies have been, still entertaining to an
Yeah.
extent. Where
Bruce Willis has just been rough.
rough.
Rough, dude. All right, man. Well,
I think that's pretty good.
yeah, dude. I
Pretty
gotta
catch
head
up
to
on everything we
Oshkosh.
watched.
Yeah. Going to a light show tonight.
Oh yeah,
Go look at some lights.
not Christmas time. What the fuck you doing?
It's always Christmas.
Snowing up there already?
In my life, it's always Christmas time, dude.
It's Christmas every day, bro.
Every day I wake up, it's Christmas.
Yeah, I know. I'm dreading
It's like some, I don't know. It's
dreading the
like
cold weather already.
Oh, I'm not, dude. Bring it on, dude. I can't wait. Fucking
Just means
flannel
less disc
season,
golf.
dude. I was on the beach today, man. I made some sandcastles.
Yeah,
I laid out in the water, went swimming. It's great, man.
that's the life. Living the life.
It's nice when it's a 10-minute drive from your house.
Yeah, no, that's pretty cool.
But yeah, man. It's fun, dude. Good episode, dude. It's good catching back up with some other stuff we haven't talked about.
Oh yeah. You know what? You're not gonna
Football
watch
night.
it.
Football night.
Yeah.
I'll watch the Packer game. I'll watch opening day.
Yeah. And then you'll kind of see how annoyed you get. Will kind of determine how much you want.
I'm gonna be so angry week 1 on how bad it's gonna be called. I'm like, I'm done.
I'm done. You're gonna text me in the middle of the game. You go, I'm 5 minutes in. I've already stopped watching, bro.
I'm gonna get through first half, dude. I'll text you. We'll see where we're at.
We'll see how long are we doing over or under bets.
Oh, it's gonna be bad, dude.
We'll see, man.
Rebecca just said I could hear in the room. She said I'm not gonna make it to the first half.
I don't know if there's any. I haven't paid attention to any like major rule changes or anything this year. If there's any, I don't know if there is.
We'll
There
see.
isn't. So
I don't know. Yeah.
We'll see.
All right, whatever. Go Pack.
go Pack, go. Okay, guys. Talk
Hey,
to you
guys.
later.